G'day, welcome to MarkandSam After Work. Today I want to do a bit of an update video, basically to let people know what's going on the channel. In reference to, a lot of people are saying that they're not getting the videos uploaded to them, or they're not getting them pushed onto their feed, so they're not seeing us as much. They've got to go and find us. And I suppose to explain a little bit of what I think is going on there. Certainly our channel has always had, it's not completely YouTube friendly, or it runs on there. We've put a lot of effort into producing higher and higher quality videos with information, with all sorts of stuff. And I suppose to start off with, we saw a steady growth over, we've been going for more than 10 years now, a very steady but very slow growth. Over those years, many times I've seen the comments of, why haven't you got so many more subscribers? Why aren't you so much bigger channel? And I suppose I've always looked at it that to some degree at least, we put a lot of effort into trying to create what are good videos. We put a lot of money and time and effort with lots of cameras and lots of systems, lots of equipment into that side of things. But listen, you know, I'm also a realist, you know, whether you like it or don't like it. The channel is only for some people, only some people are going to like it. So I understand that, and that's a bit natural. We're not sensational. We're not running around with girls with boobs hanging out, or with a lot of the blowing things up, a lot of the sensational side of things. We're not doing it that way. We're a conservative couple in the fashion of, we enjoy doing what we do together. We think we put forward, or certainly our life is that way, of being very positive and constructive and supporting each other with the challenge that we've got to do. But it's shooting long range rifles, so extreme long range, so sniper, listen, maybe that, you know, gets up some people's noses. Still, the way we do things. And I put it down to, okay, those are just circumstances. There was definitely some feelings that we're getting a little challenged in what we offer, but listen, most channels of most genres will tell you that it's hard for them in some form or other. So okay, that's just part of the deal. We'll keep on working at it. We got to, I think, just coming up to 90,000 subscribers, a long time to get to that place. Got to 90,000 subscribers, and it slowed down the growth again, which you always go with, okay, is there something else going on, or is it just where the content, there's less people are liking it? We don't know on that sort of stuff. But then not that long ago, the concept of shorts come up. Now, shorts are a 60-second. They can be no more than 60 seconds in their length. They're shot in a up and down profile, so a phone screen profile. So to start off with, I sort of thought, okay, that doesn't really suit us. You know, all our stuff is landscape profile. But then I came up with a way of doing that. So I've no doubt most people have seen that. There's 3 screens that I would go back into my video files. I keep all my footage. It's all there. There's literally hundreds of terabytes of, tens of terabytes of information that I have. So I went back into those files and took the exciting pieces out of a shoot, a 10-minute or a 7-minute or a 20-minute shoot. Took the exciting bit, the action bit out of it, cut it into the 3 sections and put it into 60 seconds. A fair bit to actually turn into that, but turn it into what you could see. Sometimes I could take constant piece, sometimes I had to cut pieces up to jam it into the 60 seconds. So that's what I did. And that started to go all right, and then it started to go really well. And we saw a completely different side of YouTube. We started to see videos that were ramping very quickly into 1 million views. We've got, I think one of those is over 20 million views, there's a fair few over 10 million views. But they started to ramp very quickly. What we saw then was a little bit more of the real machine, what we're actually fighting against and the way it works with YouTube. And that was, we got to see on occasions where videos, after the first few started to actually work, and all of a sudden they'd be seeing, and I've forgotten the numbers, whether it was 20,000 views or it was 100,000 views in the first 24 hours, and coming into 1 million views not short after, started to go really well. Then we started to see what was actually a little bit of the controls of the dials that the people on the other side of the fence have got. We'd see videos that would get to, I think it was something like 5,000 views or 6,000 views, and all of a sudden they would stop dead. They would stop dead sometimes for 12 hours. They would not move one more view. The comments would keep coming in. which, listen, maybe there's some other anomaly causing that. I did very little contact from there. I did use the chat session and said what's going on, and the person, the reply said that that's how it's supposed to happen. It's making sure that the views are real and just checking things until that all makes sense, or something along those lines. What I suspect that means is that when the views of a video climb, the algorithm sees that it's more popular and it promotes it more, it pushes it to more places, and to one versus the other. So when it's a video that people like, then it turns into where all of a sudden it goes a lot bigger, all the way up to viral by that same process. But they didn't want my videos to do that. So what they'd actually do is stop it counting. Didn't stop it viewing for what it was being shared, but stopped it counting. By stopping it counting, the algorithm stopped it from being populated further up into the send out more, until the views started to slow down, and then the algorithm saw that it had less views for hours, that sort of stuff, and then it would come back down to where they were happier with things until it was low enough, and then they would release it. That's my summation of things. I don't know that's happening at all, but it would make sense. And I suppose I say it would make sense not just because of what I started to see then, but also because of what I've seen out of the whole thing. In all that being said, it still was a nice little window into the other side of the world. We went from, I think it was 95,000 subscribers when that really started to happen, to like 300,000 subscribers in a very short space of time. So it was a real growth to the channel. A lot of that is in a different genre, and I'll explain a little bit more about that, but a lot of that is in gamers and other side of things is where that sort of pushed that into. And listen, a great growth to the channel. So really good on that side of things. Not worth anything in the way of finances. It's a weird way they did that sort of stuff, but it was worth little to nothing in the way of finance side of things, so we still get paid very little from YouTube. And I suppose now that real push probably stopped at I don't know, a few months ago, to where that started to, well, essentially they've got the levers to bring us back under control. So it brings it back down, and I suppose that's part of where I think is actually happening with why it's not being pushed to your feed, which a lot of people are talking about. I'm not seeing the videos anymore, they're not getting pushed to me anymore. That's part of what's actually happened, where that same throttling us back and getting us back under control means that you're no longer seeing that. Now, I don't know all the details, and this is all just my guesstimation of what's going on. Certainly for us, they got onto that and have been sort of bringing it down, doing quite a bit of work to push it all back down and get it back under control, which I suppose is fine. In one sense, I'd quickly say that for us as the channel, being bigger isn't the most important thing by any means. The number there is just a metric that is, okay, some people focus on a lot. I really have always looked at the same as I do with my automotive business. I'm not after everyone's job. I'm not after everyone's view. I'm after the people that matter to me. I'm after the people that like what we do. And I'm not just after views for the sake of views. So a smaller, more discerning audience is what I'm very happy with, although I feel it is valuable to share, and although I believe my discerning, valued audience is bigger than what we have, given the number of people and the number of views and that sort of stuff. Listen, I'm still, I suppose, not greedy about it. We're very happy where we're at. But for those people who are not seeing this sort of thing, not getting it shared, there's a couple of things I want to say, or not getting it pushed to you. The more we all of you guys like and share is very important, for that works on the other side of the algorithm. That pushes it more in another place. Because of the way they limit us in very much in advertising revenue, even though sometimes the ads are run, we see even less from it because we're less desirable. Still, also they see less from it to a degree as well, which means they're not trying to push it for money either. So if you guys like and share, that can still hard to push it the other way, because the more you share, the more you like, the more it goes to more people really are people that we are akin to, or our audience, or want to be our audience, and that side of things. And liking it does exactly the same thing. The other way to do it, and the way that I do this sort of thing for channels I'm subscribed to, is I go to that side screen where the subscribers, where the thing is, the little blue dot on that channel, because you're subscribed to it, because they have They have recently posted a video. Just go onto the channel occasionally and have a look. On the top line there is the uploads, and you'll be able to see what the uploads are, what we've recently uploaded. So that's the other way to do things. But immediately subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like and share. That's going to help. That's going to help get it to our audience and get it to and grow the subscriber list. And like I said, ideally, I'm not after everyone by any means, but I do think it would. I do think that we've got value in what we're trying to share. And I should say the last bit that goes that whole conversation, I've went through that process of the shorts and them taking off and the channel going better because of it. The other thing that is coincidentally happened to that is that we've had our gun ban introduced over in Western Australia, and that, well, introduced and talked about and that sort of stuff, and I've done some videos on that. I've also done some videos on the social, a little bit in the social stuff, some chat videos and that type of thing. Maybe there's some attached to that. We have conservative values, conservative views, and we've certainly got things against that side of politics, and maybe there's something attached to it. On that note, I would like to raise a point for everyone to understand. Very happy that people comment, that's also important. But do understand that not just YouTube, the whole world is watching you, meaning governments, AI, artificial intelligence, or basically very complicated computer programs, servers, equipment, that side of things. Be it government or be it corporations, be it YouTube or Google or your federal government or your state government, have more and more of them have the ability to search what is said in phrases. That's spoken on your phone, on any form, whether it's a landline or it's a handheld, not too many landlines anymore, or a mobile, but whether it's text, whether it's written on the internet in any form, a lot of that stuff is being monitored. Now, I'm not saying go quietly away, quietly into the night and don't say anything at all. Very important to pass on what you feel and that side of things. But some of the ranting, some of the cold dead hand stuff, some of the full-blown conspiracy side of things, which I know most conspiracies are real, but the moment, or if you say too much of it, not so much on my channel, I try and monitor it on my channel to look after everyone, my channel included, but if you say too much and push too much, you will be putting yourself in the crosshairs. Now, if you're happy there, that's fine. That's not, I'm not here to tell you how to think or what to do. I'm just simply would like to say that there is places in our world where, yes, if you're saying too much of that, you are moving yourself into a person of interest. Might not be now, but who knows what's coming. So just a little bit of decorum. Say what you're saying without saying it. Do a little bit of, certainly pass on information from your part of the world, that side of things on those videos. A lot of people have done that. That's very relevant, and that's just pure, what is. Your opinion on it is another thing. And once we go into what we think's happening, yes, I get it's good to, it's great to chat about and that sort of stuff. And I'm not saying don't do it. That's not for me to say, but I am saying it's not happening. You're not anonymous. You're not typing in there and no one knows you said it. You might have a different username. You might have something else. Nothing attaches to you. You think. That system knows it's you. So just be aware of that. Just be aware for all sorts of, not just about my channel. Like I said, I try and look after what I can on that side of things, but for everything. That's on mobile phones, on the works. Ranting, going on too much, going too far down that road. We all do it. We all have our moments. But if it's a common thing, then think about it a little bit. Someone is listening and potentially you are moving yourself over to the person of interest side of things, which isn't an ideal place to find yourself. Anyway, that's enough of that one there. So the last on that, like, share, subscribe. It really does help us. And for those people looking at supporting the channel, yes, we get very little from YouTube. We get a little bit from some people that are members and bits and pieces on our web store. We have ways to be a supporter in the way of there's club members and that side of things. There's support bricks. There's a PayPal link below, so you can look at that sort of stuff if you'd like to help us. It does cost us a lot. Fortunately, this is not how we make our living. We work hard in a workshop, but we do work hard. We do a couple of 40 an hour week jobs or 40 hours a week jobs to make all this happen. So it is hard work, but hey, not complaining. We enjoy doing it. But if you'd like to support us, yeah, there are ways to do it, and we're very, very grateful. We have a few, but it would be awesome. The more help, the easier it is, the less we have to work so damn hard. So last bit, as I've said before, for people watching this that are manufacturers, that have a product that you'd like us to look at on the channel, that sort of stuff, you think it fits our genre or it's close enough to our genre, contact us. There's an email address below there, so you can certainly contact us. Let us know, we can talk about it. I don't take on things that really don't suit, but if you'd like to do that, at basically supplying us a product and we can use it, it suits the channel, we can use it more, it becomes promotion by itself, then very willing to take on that sort of stuff as well. Anyway, that's enough of that one there. That's enough of the sales job. Like, share, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. Lots more to come. Still carrying on. Still working hard at it. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much for checking in. Catch you next time.